Hello, you guys. Happy Sunday and welcome back to yet another live. I'm so happy to have you here, and I'm so happy to be here and talk to you about everything to do with spirituality, manifestation, and energy work. If you're new to the lives, feel free to ask any of your questions below in the comment box and I'll be happy to answer it. Again, there's so much to talk about. I made a post earlier this morning where I was talking about a topic that you don't see a lot of mentors or coaches talking about, but is super important, especially in the year 2025. A lot has shifted in the economy, the culture, norms, and society in general, where this topic is going to manifest and play out in ways that you never thought possible. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about why men siphon your energy. And that, just to preface this applies to females as well, right? For a man, females siphon your energy, but we'll get to that in another live. Right now, I want to focus on why, as a woman, do men siphon your energy? And I know we've seen a lot from the collective or a lot of spiritual mentors or gurus talking about ways that this happens, right? Like what this looks like, but they never tell you the reasoning behind it. They never give you why does this happen? Why do men do this? And I want to also say that from what I've seen, a lot of men are conscious and aware that they do this to women. A lot of men have that knowledge and that level of awareness. There is a small collective or a small percentage of the collective who don't have that awareness. Hi, Dom Locke, how are you? There is a small percentage of men in the collective who do not have that awareness that they are doing this. But for the most part, a lot of the men have this awareness that they siphon women's energies and that they actively know that they're doing this. Okay. So again, be very mindful of that. Don't be ignorant and assume that, and most men are not aware of this. Most men are very much aware of this. They know what they're doing. Okay. So let's get into it. Again, if you haven't checked out the post, check it out. It's the last post I made, and this live is just going to briefly cover some of the topics that I mentioned in there. Okay. So again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. So not the number one, but one of the reasons why men siphon your energy as a female is, I'm just looking at my notes here, is to steal your creativity. I have seen this play out in so many instances, even in my own personal life. But you have to think of it as a woman, you are extremely powerful. Your womb is literally a portal. You birth and create life. You have the ability to create life. Do you know how powerful that is? That in itself is a very, very important portal that men do not have, right? So you are born with this gift. And men generally in the collective are more masculine, right? We hear about this masculine energy and the feminine energy where the masculine is going to work and they're more inclined in the 3D to do work, whereas the feminine works in the spiritual realms and work with energies. So again, that is another factor into this, right? Because men are so driven in the 3D world and work, they're not attuned to that creativity or that level of creativity. So they are not naturally a creative powerhouse. So creativity is a little bit stifled for them. There are some men who have been able to tap into that, but then you'll see those men where if they've tapped more into their creativity, their masculine side is a little bit not as strong, right? So again, it's not natural for a man to be this creative as a woman, and therefore men will siphon your creative energy. They will steal your creativity in order to benefit their own lives, in order to use that creativity for their own businesses, for their own ideas, for their own anything, but usually it's for their own businesses, it's for their own ideas, it's for them to make some sort of ways to make money. That's typically how I've seen it played out with these hardcore masculine men. And you'll usually see this something like they'll ask you for your opinion on like their logos or like what their website or like how can they market this or something along those lines. So again, men are siphoning your energy for and for the purposes to steal your creativity. That's the first thing I want to talk about. So let me know if that makes any sense to you guys. If you have any questions, let me just check to see if there's any questions. Okay. The next reason why men siphon your energy is to reduce your power and to stop you from becoming successful. I have also seen this play out. There are a lot of smart men and there are a lot of smart women, and men generally get jealous. Okay, I know a lot of people think that they don't get jealous, but they get jealous if they see a woman who is successful. They see a woman who is beautiful, who's also very intelligent, and who is doing better than them in the 3D world. This also stems from a long history of patriarchy, where the man is seen as the breadwinner, or the person who produces more money in the family household, the leader in society. But now that we're seeing a rise in women who are more intelligent and getting really great jobs and making businesses and having money for themselves and doing all these different kind of things, this is triggering for a lot of men. And what we're seeing is a lot of men will siphon your energy, right? This could look like, it happens in different ways, right? They could emotionally abuse you. They could physically abuse you. They can put you down. They can belittle you. And we see them doing some things like these in order to stop you from becoming successful, in order that they can become more powerful, right? So you can also see this play out on the world stage, and you can see this in politics, you can see this in religion, you can see this all over the world, right? Just if you open your eyes and you take a look around you, you can see this playing out. And this is a way for men to stop you from becoming successful and to reduce your power, so that they are more successful and that they are more powerful. They will siphon your energy to do that. Okay? So again, you need to pay attention to these things, especially this year as a woman. 2025 is such a potent year, and you're going to see a lot more divorces happen this year. I said it was going to happen yet last year, and I was absolutely right. But this year you will see a rise in divorces, because a lot of women are beginning to become hyper vigilant and hyper aware of what is going on in these male-female dynamics. And they're going to start to realize that a lot of these men are siphoning their energy and weakening them as women. So again, you have to pay attention to this. If you are not aware of this, it will happen to you. It is probably happening to you. In fact, I know it's happening to a majority of you who watch these lives, right? So you need to become aware of what is going on in these dynamics. How is it impacting you? How is it benefiting another person? Okay, so just be mindful of that. Let me know if you guys have any questions. It's a hot topic. A lot of people don't talk about it. A lot of people don't want to talk about it, right? A lot of men are like, what man's going to admit this? No man's going to admit, yes, I am siphoning your energy today, right? No one's going to admit this. They're going to downplay it and gaslight you into thinking that it's something that you've done. So again, you really want to be careful, and you really want to be mindful of who you're giving your energy to, who you're allowing into your life, right? Okay, another reason why men siphon your energy is because they want to alchemize your emotions to make themselves more powerful. So what does that mean? I've talked about this terminology before, alchemizing, right? That's taking something and turning it into something else. So they will take your emotions and play on your emotions to make themselves more powerful. Okay? Follow me here. They will take your emotions and use your emotions to make themselves become more powerful. They will alchemize your emotions. How do they do that? They will minimize your experiences or your emotions. They may gaslight you. They may trigger you. They may play on your childhood wounds. They may target your inner child. All of these things are used for them to become more powerful. They will play on your emotions. And you see this so common in marriages, right? Where, you know, I don't know, I don't want to point to specific examples, but you'll see it play out in your marriage where your husband or your partner will use your emotions or minimize your experiences or your emotions and to make themselves feel more powerful. And this happens not only in marriages, it happens in all types of relationships as well, but you typically see it in that marriage dynamic where there's other things in play, like also the household, the money, the status, and everything like that. So again, it's a very, very complex, it's a very multifaceted, it's really hard to pinpoint exact instances, but again, that's typically when you will see it play out. So again, be careful of how they are alchemizing your emotions. They will use your emotions against you. That's why as women, it is important that you regulate your emotions and that you balance your emotions and that you're not just walking around like, a crazy emotional woman. Regulate your emotions so that people are not alchemizing your emotions for their own benefit. The next one. And this is a powerful one. Men will siphon your energy to swap destinies. Men will siphon your energy to swap destinies. They want what you have. They want what you've become. They want the work that you've done. They want to be in the position of success that you have worked for. You see this typically with a lot of YouTubers or influencers, women who are doing really, really successful, and then they bring their man into the videos and he's just, in the background, but then he wants to be in the star. He wants to be the star. He wants to be the main character in your story. He wants to swap destinies with you. He wants your life. He wants the benefits that come with your life. So you have to be mindful of men who swap your destinies or who want to swap your destinies and who siphon your energy to swap destinies with you. A lot of these men take your ideas and everything that you're doing, right, in your careers or in your life or your social work, and they use that to create their own destinies so that it is no longer yours. It becomes theirs. So you have to be very, very careful of who you're sharing your trade secret with, who you're sharing the operations of your business with, who are you sharing your secrets and your ideas with, because they will use that to further their own destiny and to take away yours. I know, it's very powerful. Okay, the next thing is men will siphon your energy because they are unable to generate their own positive energy. And this kind of goes back what I was saying before, right? They don't have that level of creativity. They don't have that co-creator access like we do. They're not a portal like we are. So they're not able to generate their own positive energy. They're not able to actively go out and do that as easily as a woman is able to do that. Hi, Christina, Vivo XO, how are you? So women are essentially the source, right? Women are the source. And men need you as the source. Think about it. Think about it logically. They need you to produce children. They need you to run the household. You are the source of everything. They cannot generate their own positive energy without you. That's why they siphon their emotions to make themselves feel better in a positive light. You are the source as a woman. So men are not able to do these things by themselves, not naturally like a woman is. So that's why they're going to siphon your energy to create their own positive energy. They're not able to generate it themselves. So let me know if that makes sense. The next one, and this is very, very important. Men will siphon your energy and use your energy to heal themselves. They will use your healing energy. And you see this typically in relationships where a woman has dated a man for a very long time. They've worked through a lot of his issues, whether that's like abandonment wounds, mother wounds, father wounds. He has done a lot of healing to get to a really great point in the relationship, and then he leaves you. And then he goes and marries someone else. And you're like, well, what did I happen? I just helped him heal all his wounds. No, he used you to build himself up. He used your healing energy to heal himself for another woman. He will use your natural healing abilities as a mother would heal a child, because he never got healing from his own mother. So he will use your healing energies to heal himself and then most likely leave you. So you have to be very careful of who you're helping to heal and who you're helping to build up and who you're helping and putting your natural caring energy into, because they will use that to heal themselves. Okay, the next reason. Men will siphon your energy because they cannot manage and regulate their own feelings and well-beings. You have to think about this. Men naturally are not emotionally aware. They are not highly intelligent emotionally. So therefore, they're not usually able to manage and regulate their emotions. That's what they have to learn how to do, right? To manage their own feelings and their own well-being. And this is done with a lot of work, a lot of level of deep inner work. And most men are not able to do that kind of work without the comfort and the help and the healing of a woman. So therefore, they will siphon your energy to learn how to manage and regulate their own emotions and their own feelings. And that will leave you drained as a woman. That will leave you emotionally depleted. And that will leave you probably suffering while they're out there feeling all great about themselves. So you have to be very, very careful of how you're giving these men your energies. And as you can see, this is a lot deeper than what you've actually thought. And I know that a lot of you haven't even thought about these things. Let's go to the next one. Men will siphon your energy to gain attention or solve their problems. Yeah. Think about this. What are men without the attention of women? You think men are vying for the attention of other men? Men need the attention of women to feel good about themselves, to give themselves purpose, to give themselves, I don't know, a dopamine hit, to make them feel elated. They will siphon your energy to gain their attention and to solve their problems, and then they'll discard you. That's why you see these men who come and they talk to you for a couple months and then they ghost you, and then they come back and they talk to you. Hi, Andrew, B and Brink, how are you? That's why you see these men who talk to you for a couple months and then they ghost you. And like I was saying, they don't talk to you, but they've come for that little bit of attention that you've given them, or that little bit of acknowledgement that you'll give them problems or give them ideas on how to solve their problems. And then they disappear again. They need that hit. They need that dose of attention, whether it's to solve their problems or just to make themselves feel good. They will siphon your energy to do that. Okay, another thing that they will do, that men will specifically do to siphon your energy, is they will use it for their own desires and comfort. And you see this again in the dynamic of the husband and the wife, where the wife is the one that's cooking, the wife is the one taking care of the children, the wife is the one doing all the household chores, the wife is the one running the household and taking care of the kids and taking care of the man, and the husband is doing what? Going to work all day. They will siphon your energy for their own desires and comfort within that household, within that marriage dynamic, within their professional careers. That's how they will use your energy to benefit themselves. It's not a direct taking of your energy and your energy is just sitting here. They're alchemizing it. They're turning it into something else. And this is what these reasons are showing you, how and why they're turning it into something else and why they need your energy to do this. Does this make sense to you? Is this hitting any of you? Let me know in the chat box. Drop a heart emoji if this is making sense and this is hitting home for you. And if you can recognize any of these in your life. It is very, very, very important that you're able to start to recognize how energy is being manipulated and why it's being manipulated. A lot of you are familiar with the how, but you don't know the why. You don't know the reasoning behind it. So that's why I'm explaining it to you today, okay? Okay, last one. Men will siphon your energy to avoid personal growth and development. Yes, women by nature are inclined for growth, right? We are shift all the time as women into different roles: mother, sister, wife, fiance, leader, business owners. We're always constantly shifting and growing in our own dynamics and within ourselves. And we are inclined for personal growth. We are hardwired that way, whereas men are not. Women are the ones who will essentially force a man to grow. Women are the ones who will encourage a man to grow. Women are the one who will help a man to grow. Women are the one who will nurture a man to grow. They are not able to do this by themselves. It takes a very motivated and determined man to able to do this by themselves. They're not naturally inclined to progress and grow intellectually, emotionally. It is the woman who is behind this. So men will siphon and use your energy for their own personal growth and their own development. And you won't even know that they are doing that. You will be thinking you're in a relationship and naturally sharing your ideas with a man, thinking that they're on the same page with you, until you see them start to use your ideas and what you've taught them for their own benefit. Then you will realize, oh my God, I've essentially helped this man grow and develop, and you've got nothing in return. The siphoning of your energy leaves you with nothing in return. You get nothing in return. So why are you doing this for free? Why are you doing it for free? Ask yourself that. A lot of you in relationships and marriages are doing this for free. Even if you're single, a lot of you are doing it for free and you have no idea. Or maybe you have an idea, but you don't know the full extent of that idea. And now I've just told you. So what are you going to do with this information? You need to cut it off. You need to cut off the supply. There's one for you. You need to cut off the supply. Think of it like a drug user, an addict. You need to cut off the supply, and they're going to want more. And if you don't give them more, how are they going to get it? They're going to go to another woman who is not so aware, who will give it again for free and gain nothing in return. I know this is hitting some of you. I know it. I can feel it. And I know some of you are like, holy shit. What have I done? Now you know what you've done. So look at your man. Look at the men in your life and tell me how you have not identified these instances of where they're siphoning your energy. If you don't see it in your own life, look at your mother's life. Look at your sister's life. Look at your aunt's lives. Look at your cousins. Look at your grandmothers. Look down the generational lineage of women in your life and tell me it hasn't happened. Tell me it hasn't happened. You can't. I can guarantee you that. It ends with you. You've watched this live. You're now aware of it. It ends with you. That's all I want to talk about on this live. I hope this makes sense for you, and I hope that you get the message that is coming across, because 2025 is the year where you are not going to play with yourself any longer. You are not going to play with your own energy. Stop giving it away for free. And I know a lot of men are going to be watching this and they're like, well, women do this to men. Oh yeah. Women do this to men. Women siphon men's energy, and I will get to that because that's another hot one too. And a lot of women know that they do that. And a lot of women do it very skillfully, very on the level of mastery. So we will talk about that. This works both ways, and everybody needs to be aware of this because everybody needs to protect themselves. Okay? Let me know if you guys have any questions. You can leave a comment in the chat box. You can message me if you're watching the replay of this live. I will be happy to answer them. If you want to connect with me, book your high vibrational energy reading, you could just send a DM or you can click the link in bio. We're live every Sunday at 2 p.m. You can bring any of your spiritual manifestation energy work questions. I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. You can find us there. The lives are backed up on our YouTube channel. You can just watch them. You don't have to sit and watch me. You can run it in the background while you're doing your chores or hobbies or anything like that. If you want to sign up for private mentoring, click the link in bio. If you want to sign up for the email list, click the link in bio. If you want to join the Sovereign Circle broadcast channel, it is free. Click the link in bio. There is so much free resources for you guys. I am giving away a lot for free. Use it. You need to be using it. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always here to support you, and I really, really hope that you take this live seriously and you internalize and think about everything that I've shared with you today. It is super crucial and super important as we move further into 2025 and beyond. I love you, and I'll see you on the next live. Bye.